Are you Victor Anamopoulos?
Victor Anamopoulos, I am not. Zaza?
Bull? What are you doing here?
I'm here on business.
Business.
As in none of yours.
I see you still have that guitar hanging around your back, but enough reminiscing. I'm here on official business, so you need to go.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to see Victor Anamopoulos.
Well, I'm here to interview him, and this room is off limits to everyone else. Can't you see the sign?
No, but I saw the other sign.
Okay.
And it's not meant for me.
Yes, it is. He's going to be here any minute to discuss this beautiful piece of artwork he created. Isn't it magnificent?
You have the hots for the old man.
That's ridiculous. Victor Anamopoulos is the most renowned artist in the world, and the fact that he's allowing this gallery in Miami's art district to showcase his work after a stellar opening in Philadelphia is a rare event. And I, my dear boy, am covering it for the Miami Herald.
Oh, great. So you're going to curse him just like you cursed me.
I didn't curse you.
Oh, yes, you did. I've been inflicted with this singing curse ever since you ruined my career.
I ruined your career. Please. It's just a nervous tick. Get over yourself. And you need to cut it out. He's going to be here any minute.
Good. Looking forward to meeting the man.
Zaza Domingo.
Yes, I'm Zaza Domingo.
Very pleased to meet you. I'm Victor Anamopoulos.
Oh, it's an honor to meet you, sir.
My apologies for being late. You see, I had to take the people mover to the Omni station and then take the bus to 36th Street in order to get to the design district, and then I had to walk all the way over here.
You take public transportation?
Yes, everywhere I go. When I premiered the show in Philadelphia, I did the exact same thing. It gives me time to savor the flavor of the local community. Perhaps we can have dinner in your neighborhood.
My neighborhood?
Yes, I understand you live in Little Havana. Perhaps we could go to where the locals go for dining. Perhaps Nelly's Cuban Cafe, El Cristo, or Esquisito.
Well, I'm not sure how you know where I live, but never mind. As much fun as that would be, sir, this is strictly business. And besides, there's plenty of wonderful places to eat in this part of town.
Strictly business, Miss Domingo? Then what is this man doing here with you? Is he your photographer?
No, he's not my photographer, and he's not with me.
What is he doing carrying a guitar?
I have no idea. I've asked him to leave, but he refuses. I even pointed out that sign, but he won't go.
Well, you know the rules. I do not discuss aspects of my career or my personal life with a complete stranger in the room.
I'm not a complete stranger to Zaza, only to you. Excuse me. Pardon my voice. I have a vocal disturbance that started a few years back after an encounter with a journalist. I am merely an art aficionado, standing here admiring your work. I want to purchase this from you.
It's not for sale.
Bull, you can't afford his work.
Oh, yes, I can. I am no longer broke. Not that it's any of your concern, but I received an inheritance from my parents.
So your folks finally kicked the bucket, huh?
How do you know this Bull person?
It's a very long story, sir, and it has absolutely nothing to do with this interview.
Well, in that case, we should carry on.
Mr. Anamopoulos, if I may, I have been a fan of yours for many years, and this outstanding piece of art that you created incredibly captures the modern-day post-impressionist movement as it was in its heyday, and manages to convey a familiarity of ancient Greek civilization at its highest point. I bow down to you in your brilliance. I must own it.
No need to bow. Brilliant, you say?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I am a direct descendant of a Pius of Kos. one of the greatest Greek painters of all time. My ancestors painted the only portrait of Alexander the Great. My genes have predestined me for greatness. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Aha! He left no man alive with enough skill to finish it. It is my hope that I will be remembered as he is remembered. One who painted for all eternity, I wish to sculpt for all eternity.
And you do, Mr. Anamopoulos, you do sculpt for all eternity.
You may stay.
This is a mistake.
It is not your concern. Proceed with the questioning.
Well, Bull's modern-day post-impressionist comment was a good one. And as an artist who works with his hands, combining raw materials with everyday household objects and creating modern-day masterpieces out of them is truly extraordinary. I wonder, besides your predestined genetic code to achieve greatness in the art world, is there anyone in particular who inspires you to do what you do so well?
Charles Baudelaire.
But he was a poet.
Ah, you do know who he is. Impressive, my dear.
Yes, but he wasn't just any kind of poet. He was a poet who believed that artists have a duty to be passionate spectators of modern life. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. The French Romantic poets learned from him, as I did. And it was his greatest goal to have an artist truly and freely express himself. And it is my belief that love is the greatest form of true expression. Here, let me show you something. This is something that I have been working on for some time now. I hadn't slept in days, and I needed something to go along with my other piece. I had noticed at the time that my clock had stopped at 3 a.m. That was the exact time that my wife passed away.
Oh.
Yes, I needed something to go with the plates. My wife was obsessed with plates.
Plates?
Yes, she was obsessed with plates and time. So I am dedicating this to her.
Your wife was obsessed with plates and time. So, what are you going to call it?
I have decided to call it 3 a.m. Good and Kind Agatha. My wife's name was Agatha, and in Greek it means good and kind. And she was good and kind.
Oh, that is so beautiful, Mr. Ananopoulos.
No need to kiss up. Perhaps you've noticed my other piece on display in the gallery. This is something that I have been working on for a long time. It took me 441 days to complete it, and I finished it in 1991. I like to hold back my work before giving it to the public for reception. I have entitled it The Agape Principle.
The Agape Principle.
Yes, it means brotherly love.
How appropriate, since you started your tour in the city of brotherly love, but you're officially naming her while we're in Miami. So, I get the scoop?
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ananopoulos. This is the interview of my career.
Really?
Yes, really.
You know, in the course of my career, I had hoped that love would conquer all. Naming it the Agape Principle, it means brotherly love, love for all mankind.
This may seem like a rather odd coincidence, but the title of my last album, before I quit the biz, was Love for All Mankind. But it didn't sell very well.
What happened?
A powerful reporter did me in.
Oh, so you had bad reviews? I've had bad reviews. You cannot let them bother you.
Bull should really change his style. The old leather jacket, the slicked back black hair, and the bell bottoms are so unhip these days that they're not even retro. He's a sad, washed-up musician who has completely lost his sex appeal.
Ah, a musician without sex appeal. That's bad. But now, Now, I understand the guitar.
I don't, for heaven's sakes. Bull, one of the early geniuses of the flower child generation, has successfully combined the essence of the music of the 60s with the alternative sounds of the 90s, storms into town with one of his best tours ever.
Bull should really see a dentist because his deteriorating teeth are repulsive. His debts are so enormous that creditors call at all hours. It's a shame, but your hero is penniless, he can't get it up, and he really needs to consider hiring a vocal coach for his aging voice.
Okay, so I went a little bit overboard, but I was heartbroken.
You weren't heartbroken when I found you in bed with my drummer. It's hard to believe I even loved you so much.
I found you in bed with one of your backup singers first. It was my heart that got broken. I can't believe I loved you at all.
Love? Neither of you know the meaning of the word.
Oh, yes, I do, sir. This is why I want to buy her, your masterpiece, the Agape Principle.
She is not for sale.
What about the interview?
There is no interview. This interview is over.
No. It can't be. No. My editor will kill me.
That's not my concern.
Wait. I thought you wanted to take me out to dinner at a restaurant in Little Havana.
Strictly business, no dinner, no interview, it's over.
But please, sir, just name your price.
If you want to just take her, I'd hope that people would see her as she's supposed to be perceived. Nobody seems to feel for her the way I feel for her. I have not lived up to my principles of the Agape principle. If you want her, just take her.
Is he serious?
Of course not. You can't take her. It's on exhibit right now.
Oh, pious of course. Forgive me, I've not lived up to my heritage. Once again, you have proven to me that the Agape principle is merely a fantasy. Just take her.
You can't take her out of the gallery.
He's the artist. It's his decision. If he said I can take her, I can take her. I'm out of here. So long, Zaza. Nice seeing you again, babe.
Has-been rock and roll star Bull steals priceless Ananopolis, recently named right here in Miami by the artist himself as the Agape Principle. In a rare interview for the Miami Herald at Bridges Adderhall's Gab Studio in Wynwood, Miami's epicenter of its burgeoning art district.